Yo, 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 what is up, my fallopian tubers? Cesario from the barrio coming back at you with another video for your butt. So, I'm going to tell you guys about my pickup I got at the Front Row Card Show, all right, that I went to on Saturday. I had no idea about this card show. My wife called me on Thursday morning at work and said, hey, I got reservations for tomorrow, Friday. We're going to go to Disneyland. So I was like, okay, I'm going to stop by the card shop, pick up some packs. My idea is always to open some packs up at Disneyland. So I bought a couple of packs there, but I never opened them. I didn't get the chance. I didn't get that chance to break away, with my family. But then because I'm a baseball card junkie, I bought a couple of other packs and went through their value box, and picked up a bunch of other cards. All right. And so then when I went up to the counter to pay, that guy that, told me, he's like, hey, do you like card shows? And I was, what a dumb question to ask, and I right then and there, I felt like, ugh, I wanted to take off my belt and give him 10 lashes for asking such a stupid ass question. But anyways, he gave me that I just thought of something right now. He gave me a ticket to the Front Row Card Show. Real quick, man, what I was thinking there, it's a funny moment. I know nobody likes the Pepino stories, but right now thinking about the belt. So when I was younger, when I was in high school, I used to go to a CDC school, which is California Department of Corrections. I was like the only guy in there that was not an actual gang member, but I had to go to school, so they give you a bus pass. So I would spend hours on the buses, going bus to bus, just tagging on them. You know what I mean? And then I was at the bus station, and when I was taking the bus back home, a bunch of young taggers came in. They're from I think it was the Majestic Kings, TMK, back then. I was from KHA. Kings have a riot. Everybody had like the King theme going and tagging. But anyways, these guys are all younger. I'm like in high school, 16 or 17. And these guys were like 13, 14, junior hires. And they were all little, like little even for their age. We all called them the midget kids. That was, because they were TMK, we would say, the midget kids. But anyways, at this time is like when there was like a reward going on at the RTD buses. The buses back then were RTD. They're not they weren't MTA like they are now. But there's a reward, $1,000 reward if you caught a tagger catching and you got them and they arrested them. So every once in a while, some people would actually try to stop us. Not like back in the day where we would tag and people would just give us looks. There was no cell phones back then or anything, anyways. But nobody tried to stop us really. And so we're tagging, and then you see two men coming up. We're kids, so these guys are full grown men. They're walking up to us, and I'm getting ready to fight. And then these kids are taking off their belt. This is why it reminded me of when I said I should give that guy 10 lashes on my belt. Gangsters and taggers back in the day, all our belts had these metal buckles, with the initials of whatever gang or wherever you were from. But they were metal belt buckles. They took off their belt, and when the guy started rushing us, I'm starting to fight, and these guys get their belts and just start whipping the men. And these are two grown-ass men, and with the belt buckle, they start whipping the guys, and these men start running like, you just hear like the belt hitting their backs, hitting their stomach, it's not funny now, but it was so funny back then. Different times and this situation. But anyways, I don't want to get into that, but I thought that was, I just remember that right now. But anyways, so went to the card show, met G's Mikey there, told him I was looking for who I was looking for. First thing I noticed were these Wheaties boxes, so I stopped and I bought these. The guy had them like $5 each. They had baseball cards that you're supposed to cut out back then, or 6 or 5 for $20. So shiny. Look at that. All right. So I bought 5 of them for $20. And then next booth over, dime box diving. Just like 4-leaf. I went through the dime box, man, and I started getting too many cards, but I was like, I don't have enough time because I said I wasn't going to be there too long. And man, I could spend all day at the dime boxes and dollar boxes and value boxes. So I just did what I usually do, and I go through every row, and I get the ones I'm really interested in, and I put them in the back. And then when I'm done going through a lot of boxes, I'll get all the cards that I set to the side, all the stacks, and I'll reevaluate my purchases because sometimes, dude, my stacks are like so big. It's like I can't afford this many, and and I'll try to reduce them. So I put all these in the bag, but I grabbed these first, and then I started doing that. And then when I saw the time, I was like, okay, I'll be back. And I put those other cards kind of in a hidden spot. And I went looking for the card that I was targeting. Well, I wasn't targeting a card. I was targeting a character. All right. And and then I found them. But I was planning on buying like dollar cards, 25-cent cards. And I wanted to get like 20 cards of this, start a PC. But that didn't happen. What ended up happening is I was looking through a box of Star Wars and I found one card of the person I was looking for. And the guy said, hey, you finally find one that you want, huh? Because I have been looking for a long time. I'm like, yeah, I'm trying to start up a Salacious B Crumb PC. And he's all, no way, Salacious B. He's all, that's crazy. That's interesting, man. He's all, I got the card for you, right? And if you guys don't know who Salacious B is, I'm pretty sure you know who he is. He was a Kowakian monkey lizard, and his planet was getting destroyed. He jumped on a spaceship to get away. He didn't know whose it was, and while he was in there, he started eating all the food and taking stuff. And then Jabba the Hutt came in, and his guys tried to catch him, and they couldn't catch the guy. And he was throwing food at everybody, and getting away from everybody, and made Jabba the Hutt laugh. So Jabba the Hutt told him, "Hey, listen, I like you. You're funny. If you can make me laugh every day, you can have all the food and drink you want, man. You live you live for free in luxury." And he was like, hell yeah, I take that deal. But the day that you don't make me laugh, I'm going to eat you. So this is the agreement Salacious B had with Jabba the Hutt. All right. So without further Mountain Dew, show you the card that I picked up. Salacious B Crumb. So shiny. All right. And this is the most money I've ever spent cash in one transaction without layaway. I mean, $200, man. And I didn't know if it was worth it, so I was looking at it and then I put it down. And I think once I put it down, that guy thought I wasn't going to buy it and he kind of like was putting it away. And I said, well, I want to buy it. And then he's all, do you? I said, yeah, but I need to go to the ATM. So I went to the ATM and came back. He already had put the card away. I don't think he thought I was going to come back. He had already like put it away where he had it before. So then I told him, yeah, I want that Salacious. All right. And then Salacious, if you think that's kind of a funny name, what had happened is George Lucas had told these guys, like, hey, you guys need to come up with the name for this character. And these guys went drinking and got hammered the whole night trying to think of what to name this guy. And they could not think of a name, to fit him. So when they were leaving, the guy was drunk. All these guys are drunk as hell. And they're walking out the bar. And the guy noticed his shoelaces are untied. So he's like, hey, wait up. I got to tie my shoelaces. And everybody was, did you say shoelaces? Oh, that's funny. That's the perfect name. Finally, we got a name. The next day, they told George Lucas, hey, we want to name him Shoelacious. And Lucas was like, no, that's a dumb name. And so they were all bummed, like, oh, we thought that was the greatest name ever. Then he said, well, I'll let you name him Salacious, but not Shoelaces. Like, so that's how we came up with his name. But anyways, man, there's my card, man. Salacious B Crumb. So, a Pepino secret, when I was younger, I used to do the Salacious B laugh, but nobody knew where it was from. I used to do it all the time. Everybody thought that was just my laugh, but it's this guy's laugh. All right. Hey, Shoelaces, what's up? Salacious. My name's Salacious. Get it right. I know. I'm just kidding. Your mouth's moving. You're a horrible ventriloquist. I'm not a ventriloquist, dude. If I was a ventriloquist, I'd have to put my hand up your butt. Yeah, you don't want that, right? No! All right. Love the hobby, people. Just keep collecting baseball cards forever, I said. Man, love this card, man. I've been looking at it so much. And you know what? When that guy said $200, I don't know how to check comps or anything. So I just asked myself, is this card worth $200 to me? And I said, hell yeah, it is. All right, later, everybody. Hey, puff puff give, puff puff give. All right, puff puff give. Laters.